Hello everyone, welcome to Veranda IAS in this series of lectures of current affairs associated with social issues. The topic of the discussion for the day is Saras Aajeevika Mela. The name suggests it is related to something, employment or economic conditions of benefit of economic conditions of the people. Saras Aajeevika Mela. The learning objectives of the day are to explain Saras Aajeevika Mela, to discuss the recent news regarding Saras Aajeevika Mela, why this topic is in news, then to list the aims and objectives of the Saras Aajeevika Mela. We'll then discuss about the SHGs, self-help groups, and its functions. What are SHGs and the functions of SHGs, the popularity of SHGs we'll be discussing. We'll begin the session, the Saras Aajeevika Mela. It is a program aimed at transforming rural India in general and rural women's lives in particular. See, Saras Aajeevika Mela was recently launched. That is why this topic is in news. The term Aajeevika tells us that it is something related to earning. It is something related to assuring the economic well-being. Economic well-being of whom? Obviously, the scheme or the fair will be focusing on the people who are not economically well off. They are the rural people. Specifically, if we talk about this Mela, this fair, Saras Aajeevika Mela, it aims at empowering rural women so that they can take care of their expenses, their households and their lives. So it is a program aimed at transforming rural India in general, and particularly if we talk, it is going to empower rural women. Workshops on product packaging and design. Rural women will be having expertise in which field? Obviously in small industries, small pottery, craftsmanship and small things which they can manage at home. So basically the idea is to promote their work, the idea is to impart them more skills, the idea is to make them that much confident, that much independent that they can earn a better living, they can earn a minimal living. Workshops on product packaging and design are there in Saras Aajeevika Mela, they were there. There were workshops on product packaging, design, communication skills, social media promotion and business-to-business marketing will be held throughout the Mela to educate rural self-help organizations and artisans. Self-help organizations or self-help groups are the groups, as the name suggests, which help the members amongst themselves. Self-help. If I am helping myself, that is self-help. So these are self-help groups. The members themselves are helping one another. That is why self-help groups. So basically the idea is to educate the members of the self-help groups, to educate the artisans, to educate the women, impart them skills. There will be workshops conducted. There will be various sessions conducted by the government to tell women how to communicate with people, how to sell their product, how to promote their business on social media as well, because modern word of social media is a word of internet connectivity, and to develop business to business marketing. It is a Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana. It is a Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihoods Mission. It is under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, which is a centrally sponsored scheme, which is under National Rural Livelihoods Mission program, and all this comes under the Ministry of Rural Development. Important. Ministry of Rural Development. Then it is organized by the CAPART. What is CAPART? Council for Advancement of People's Action and Rural Technology. The full form is Council for Advancement of People's Action and Rural Technology. This council works at imparting modern day technology and encouragement to the rural people. So basically overall, Saras Aajeevika Mela was established by Ministry of Rural Development. Kapat is an autonomous organization. This council is an autonomous organization which is established by the Ministry of Rural Development, MORD, which is established by the Ministry of Rural Development, MORD, to serve as a liaison between the government and non-governmental organizations working to enhance rural India's quality of life. Overall, the concept is modern day technologies will be imparted, skills will be imparted, and overall, Kapat will be balancing, will be creating communication between the government and the NGOs who are working with the same aim to improve the quality of life in rural India. Why this topic was in news? What is the news? Recently, Saras Aajeevika Mela 2021 was launched in the month of February, on 26th of February 2021 at Noida Haat by Union Minister for Rural Development. Noida Haat. The Mela will include over 300 rural self-help groups and artisans from 27 states. Nearly 300 SSGs were invited and were imparted skills. What are the aims and the objectives? The objective of Saras Aajeevika Mela is to bring rural women SSGs together. To bring rural women SSGs together. There are several self-help groups, but to bring unity amongst themselves, to bring them all on one platform is what is important. Why? Because with this unification, more wider self-help groups will fetch more advantage to the rural women. So, to bring rural women self-help groups together on a single platform to demonstrate their abilities, to demonstrate their market, their wares, and assist them in developing relationships with bulk purchasers. See what happens, rural women need to meet. Obviously, they will be selling their products to whom? They will be selling their products to the cities as well, not only in the rural area, but to the cities as well. The purchasing capacity is good in cities. So basically, rural women's product need to reach to the markets to which they deserve to. So that is why the aim of Saras Aajeevika Mela is to empower women, to bring women together, bring SSGs together on a single platform so that together they can negotiate in a better way, they can develop relationships in a better way with the bulk purchasers. These rural SSG women will get vital national exposure to urban client demand. See, same thing which I was explaining. Urban client demand is what accordingly they need to change their products as well. Accordingly, they need to do number of experiments with their skills as well. So, the idea is the rural self-help group women will get vital national exposure. National exposure will be granted to these SHGs, to these rural women, to their skills, to their products, to urban client demand and taste through their participation in Saras Aajeevika Mela. See, we are studying Saras Aajeevika Mela as UPSC aspirant. Apart from that, the coverage, why we are reading this? Because there was a great coverage of this event in the newspapers. Since this was covered in the newspaper, this was organized in Noida Haat, people from all around India's attention it was able to draw towards it. This was the idea. If the attention of the urban client or the people of India will be towards this, 300 self-help groups which participated, their empowerment will take place. Some or other exposure of these groups, these rural women, will be there to the national market and to the demands of the urban clients. The Mela serves as a holistic approach to women empowerment, to rural livelihood, specifically to women empowerment of rural areas. The initiative complements the government's aim of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Minister of Rural Development also used this via giving a speech in the inauguration of Saras Aajeevika Mela. He said, this step is a step towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, which the Prime Minister of India or Government of India is promoting. Atmanirbhar Bharat. What is Atmanirbhar Bharat? One of the initiatives of Government of India, separate topic it is, self-reliant India, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Next is something about self-help groups. Self-help groups are loosely organized. There is no formal structure or legal law that these can be the members of the self-help groups, this can be the membership, this much amount you have to give, nothing like that. These are loosely organized, informally organized, we can say, groups of people that meet together to discuss how to improve their living conditions. So basically, the point which we can draw from this line is the people of self-help groups mostly belong to same economic and social and cultural background. That is why they are able to understand their problems. That is why they all face same problems. So self-help groups are loosely organized groups of people that meet to discuss how to improve their living conditions. The people are facing same problems economically, socially, culturally. So how to improve their living conditions is the aim of SSGs. For this, they help amongst themselves as well. They unite together. If some member is in some financial need, all of them will be depositing some amount and will be giving to him. Similarly, when that member's financial needs are over, then he'll be returning the amount. Like this, they manage themselves. It can be defined as a self-governing, peer-controlled, not law-controlled, peer-controlled. The members themselves are peers. They control the group. Self-governing, peer-controlled information network of people with comparable socio-economic backgrounds who want to work together to achieve a common goal, that is improvement in their living conditions. Functions of SSGs. What can be the functions of SSGs? It aims to improve the poor and marginalized functional capacity in the areas of employment and income generating activities. The members basically first discuss on the economic well-being, on improving the economic standards of the members. So basically it is to improve the poor and marginalized functional capacity in the areas of employment and income generating activities. Conflicts are resolved by a combination of communal leadership and mutual conversation. If there is some dispute, there is some conflict, then that will be resolved by firstly mutual discussion. The members among themselves will be discussing. There will be some members who will be giving good suggestions, and overall it will be community which will be deciding, which will be discussing. So conflicts are resolved by a combination of communal leadership. Some or other members in the group might be having some leadership qualities, and then there will be mutual conversations. So one of the significance of SSGs, or we can say one of the objectives of SSGs, is to bring leadership to rural household as well. Not rural household, but rural society. To actually inbuilt leadership in rural society. This way they will be knowing that it is a group. They have to solve this dispute. The leadership skills of the people will be promoted, will come out, and there will be some solution in case of any dispute. It offers a no collateral loan. Important. No collateral loan, because see, these groups are basically the groups which are helping the people from rural background, the people whose socio-economic conditions are not very good, very strong. So they are not in a condition to go to banks and get some collateral, or like give some collateral and get some loan. So self-help groups are one such step in this process, which is a good step, because self-help groups offer no collateral loan with terms set by the group and market-driven rates. There will be no collateral loan, but because they know the society community is small, they know the background of the members, they know that the member and his family is living here for years, he'll be not running with the loan. So basically he is in serious need of loan. Considering this fact, they give no collateral loan, and then the person can use it for the wedding of their daughters generally, or for crop seasons when they need to cultivate the crops, or various purposes. And at the end there will be market driven rates, not very high rates as well. He will be returning, because again it comes to the community. I am a member of the group, I have to return, so he'll be returning. As a result, self-help groups have emerged as the most efficient means of providing microfinance to the needy. Self-help groups have emerged as one of the important steps, important groups to provide microfinance to the needy. So this was all for today about Saras Aajeevika Mela, about the recent news regarding the Saras Aajeevika Mela, then the aims and objectives of the Saras Aajeevika Mela, the SSGS and its functions we also discussed. I hope you all enjoyed this session. We'll continue our discussion from here. Till then, stay tuned, keep studying. Thank you so much.